Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Look into ways to make money online. Now, you know what? There's a lot of talk about that, and I said, let me address that because that's how I make the bulk of my money. The bulk. Yes, I still make a lot of money from selling books and everything, but I have to be honest about it. You know, people are buying books because they see one of my videos, then they check out my website, and then they buy the books. So even that is helping me. And even if you don't want to be online, even if you got a brick and mortar, it's good to have a website or somewhere you can make money online or something like that. Like I would advise, even in a brick and mortar, have an online way to do it. And then there's many people, they just got websites and they just working out their home. And there's been many people I've seen, they'll show pictures of all the stuff they got to mail out and they just doing it from home, whatever. And then, of course you got YouTube and sites like that, subscription sites, stuff like that. Look, I'm going to tell you what really moved me to really push online. Because at first I was making money primarily through my books and working a full-time job. And of course the full-time job, I was like, it was getting on my nerves. But I'm going to tell you what, something I had on the wall, because where I was living, I had not even a laptop. I had a desktop computer against the wall, my desk against the wall. But up on the wall, I had upload. The reason why, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm looking at all these people with their heads in the phones. And I said, hold up, they're not always on a conversation with somebody else. I was like, wait a minute. They always playing games or checking out websites or whatever. In fact, social media has gotten big. Even like mainstream news sources, they'll have a social media page. People getting their news from there for good or for ill. I'm going to say for good or for ill. The reason why I'm going to say that is a lot of people be getting some misinformation too. That's a whole other conversation. But they still getting information. They still finding out some stuff, and then of course you got apps. I'm like, there's so many ways to make money online because people need something. They need something to consume. And what I would recommend is no matter what you're doing, look at how you can make money online with it. Look at it, or, and you might not have that. You might have, like I said, a brick and mortar business. You might be providing services. You still need a website. Maybe it could be booking. Like I know the barber that, blesses my son's hair. She can be booked online. And there's a lot of people will book their stuff online. So it's like you can still do something. You can still do something. One of the things you want to do, I don't care what it is. Now, if you can make online fully, that's even better. If you can make money online, YouTube, of course, but you got to have at least 1,000 subs and you got to put in so many hours. You can make money there. But then you got plenty of platforms where it's just subscription. And, you got something like a Patreon. A lot of people make their money just on Patreon. I mean, they making big money. They got all the subs and everything. I was like, oh, wait a minute. They making 100,000 a month. I was looking at the subs and, some sites and also, what they were charging. I was like, hold up, that adds up. Hold up. But that's online. But then even if you have like a brick and mortar store, like say you have a brick and mortar store selling, I don't know, t-shirts. Let's just go with t-shirts. I haven't talked about t-shirts in a long time. If you have a brick and mortar store just selling just t-shirts, you can go a long way because you can mail those t-shirts out. A lot of people, like I had to look for some pants for my oldest son the other day. Me and him had to go out and stuff, get some pants. Only problem with him is he's a little bit taller. He's 6'3". And unfortunately, they don't have a lot of 6'3" stuff, you know, tall young men stuff who are also slim. It's tough. It's also an opportunity for some of y'all. I'm like, wait a minute. But I was thinking if we couldn't have found something, we would have had to order something. And there's many a time I had to order something online just because I couldn't find it near me. But somebody was making money. Somebody was making money near me. You know, I ain't gonna, the company, I'll just say ubiquitous company. Y'all can pretty much figure out who it is. Sometimes I have to go to them and everything, but they're online. See, one of the beauty of online is you actually expand your audience to a potential global audience. That's one of the beauties of it. Like everything I do, every now and then I have to like maybe ship some books overseas. I gotta charge a little bit extra money, but every now and then I have to do that. And then other people, they might ship stuff overseas, but they can have a global audience no matter what it is. You know, and even if you stay in with the, you know, stateside or something like that, you can just go to the post office. And it could be whatever, you know, people even shipping food. People even shipping food. You know, they have boxes that you can put stuff in, but it can still be online. That's why I'm saying you can either make money online directly, or even if you have a brick and mortar store, no matter what it is, you can have a, you know, an online presence as well. In fact, I highly recommend that. I highly recommend that because that can advertise for you and everything, even within the city that you're living in. Because let me talk about the brick and mortar part. One of the limits of a brick and mortar, you limit it to whoever's walking by your store. You limit it to whoever's in that area. And if it's a shopping mall or something, you know, you get like the mall nearest me, a major store is about to close. If a store is closed, people ain't walking in there as much. But if you have an online presence and you can figure out how to really get your stuff out there, like you can get on YouTube or Twitter or something, advertise your stuff, you can make some money. And you got a bigger audience. So you might have a big audience outside of your city. And in fact, the beauty of online, you can be in one of those places, you can be in an economically distressed area. But because you're online, you can have connections to major cities where there's major money. I want y'all to think about that. I want y'all to think about that. But look into ways to do it. I don't care what it is. It can be directly. It can be a supplement to whatever you're doing. And, you know, it could be just a page to make money, advertise your stuff, to say, hey, I have these plumbing services or something like that. I want y'all to really think about that. Like, I mean, it seems basic, but everybody should have an online presence. Everybody, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.